In 3, 2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday the 4th of August and happy Coast Guard Day to everyone on the water. A big happy birthday to Barack Obama, Billy Bob Thornton and Meghan Markle.
7.
The government, as expected, announced that they'll be introducing new 90-minute coronavirus tests, and Matt Lavish Holidays Hancock's pretty excited about it.
Well, this is a big step forward in terms of how quickly we're going to be able to get tests turned round, and also how widespread we can make tests. We're on track to deliver 500,000 tests a day by the end of October, but new technologies like these two will help us to accelerate that.
Professor Chris Tomaso of DNA Nudge explains how this test works.
This is the cartridge. It's effectively an entire laboratory in something not much bigger than, say, a Hewlett-Packard printer cartridge. We've miniaturized everything. And the beauty is that you can actually now take the test to the patient rather than taking the test to the laboratory, which takes a lot of time. And it's pretty simple and straightforward.
The government's been investigating Russian hackers and their attempts to interfere in the 2019 election, and yesterday Reuters broke the story that a Russian group appeared to have hacked former Trade Minister Liam Fox's emails. Apparently Toryboy1 isn't the best password. The US trade deal details then appear to have found their way to Jeremy Corbyn. Dominic Raab hinted at this after the publication of the Russia report.
Well, we're in a position now to say that we believe we know with reasonable confidence that Russian actors were involved in trying to interfere with the 2019 election, principally through trying to spread, amplify online illegally obtained leaked documents relating to the UK-US free trade negotiations. There's a criminal investigation ongoing, so I can't say too much more than that.
Donald Trump continues to assert that America is making great progress in his battles with coronavirus. Now more footage from his interview with Axios has emerged, but the figure he's using to justify his claims make no sense at all. He's avoiding death tolls and total numbers.
We're lower than the world.
Lower than the world?
Lower than
what is that?
Europe.
In what?
Look.
In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
You can't do that. You have
Why
to go.
can't I do that?
Meanwhile, Donald's been getting excited about Microsoft buying TikTok. He's convinced himself that the United States should get a chunk of the money from the sale. Very Al Capone.
I did say that if you buy it, whatever the price is, that goes to whoever owns it, because I guess it's China. I said a very substantial portion of that price is going to have to come into the Treasury of the United States, because we're making it possible for this deal to happen. Right now, they don't have any rights unless we give it to them.
The government's awkwardly named Eat Out to Help Out scheme has kicked off, with reports that some people are using the offer to order double portion. Mark Selby from restaurant chain Oaxaca popped up on Sky News to share his views on the scheme.
It's a great opportunity for the restaurant industry to have a sort of a shot of adrenaline put into it, and to get out there and show people, how safe it is, what everyone's been doing over the last 2 to 3 months to make sure their venues are ready for people to come in. And I think by Rishi to put this forward to the public to say, look, get out there, you've got a great deal, but also for the restaurants to really put their front foot forward and show what a great job they're all doing as well. So, it's yet to be determined, but I think it's a really exciting opportunity for all of us.
The World Snooker Championships are on at the Crucible at the moment, playing in front of an empty theatre, as plans to allow a limited crowd in were scrapped. But it's not holding Ronnie the Rocket OSullivan back, who just smashed the record for fastest victory at the Crucible, beating his opponent in under 2 hours.
Yeah, it was all right. Like I said, Tepchai never performed to the level that we know he can, so it made it a little bit easier for me. But I still had to pot the balls and still had to make the breaks, which is always pleasing. So, I put quite a lot of practice in the last 2 weeks on proper match tables. And I found for the last 2 or 3 years, going to tournaments, I've been at sea with the conditions. Obviously I've been doing a lot of exhibitions. I never actually had a practice facility to play at. So, I was really just winging a lot of it. So I thought this time, rather than that, I've been able to get myself a decent practice facility and play on proper match conditions.
It's a simple thing we take for granted, but have you ever wondered who invented the computer mouse? Well, the co-creator of the mouse, William English, died this weekend, aged 91. He helped to devise the simple computer mouse in 1963, working with a colleague, Doug Engelbert, at Stanford. Here's video from their original first ever live demo of it in 1968.
Okay, there's Don Andrews' hand in Menlo Park. And in a second we'll see the screen that he's working and the way the tracking spot moves in conjunction with movements of that mouse. I don't know why we call it a mouse. Sometimes I apologize. It started that way and we never did change it.
And legendary figure from the Northern Ireland peace process and Nobel Peace Prize winner John Hume died yesterday. His role in the peace process was immense, and tributes flooded in from Bill Clinton and politicians across the board, including Gerry Adams.
He liked to sing, and he wasn't a bad singer. He probably thought he was a better singer perhaps than he was, but he was a very, very good singer, and he enjoyed the crack.
Here's John Hume speaking eloquently about conflict and difference.
All conflict is about the same thing, no matter where it is. It's about difference. Whether difference is your religion, or your race, or your nationality. And the message that we have to get across, and that we have learned in our part of the world, is that difference is an accident of birth. None of us chose to be born. And we certainly didn't choose to be born into any particular community.
This has been the Smart 7. Be smart, wear a mask. We've got an Alexa skill now, so enable us and then just say, Alexa, play the Smart 7. We're back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.